episode 22. Your form is off. Let's get right into it. Welcome to Stillwaters, by the way. I mean, it's not like a radio host, but it's not like a radio host. If it happens, it happens. So, what do I mean by this title, Your Form is Off? When do you hear that? You hear it at the gym. But why do you hear it at the gym? You hear it at the gym because you have a partner, bless God. You probably paid for a trainer. Well, now I know you're committed. That's a talk all by itself. You're willing to get somebody to tell you you suck. Either you got good friends, or you willing to pay the extra 45 shekels for, I don't even know what that session is. That's not the point. The point is, isn't it interesting that the only way you can tell your form off is one of two dimensions? The first dimension is you have a mirror, right? You can see the mirror. You can look at all your sides of your body and figure out, oh yeah, my form is definitely off when I'm on doing this squat. The second dimension is you can feel pain, right? You're like, oh, this don't feel right. Something is off. But most in generally, even with a mirror and even with your sensory skills, that's not enough. If you want to go fast, go by yourself. If you want to go far, go with a team. And I believe a true master is the eternal student, always learning. But also they recognize that they have, here's a word you should write down, a blind spot. You can't see your butt unless you have a mirror. You can't see your butt. Isn't it funny how you take pictures and you need a mirror to take a picture of yourself? Ladies, guys, you need a mirror. You need someone to hold the damn camera. Or you need to use one of those stick things. Look, my point is simply this. For you to see yourself, you need a mirror. You can't look at yourself right now. Can you look at yourself? You can look at your feet. You can look at you gotta turn your spine and almost rupture your spine 45 degrees to look at yourself. But you can't exactly see your whole self unless you have a mirror. Or you have someone else who can look for you. Because obviously you don't have a mirror all the time. You need someone else to look at you real time. You know, pull out your phone mid squat. Is that gonna work out for you really well? Here's my point. There's a joke I heard a pastor say, and the wife was like, "Ain't that a shame? That girl ain't got a mirror or a real friend." Basically saying you ain't got no friends to tell you looking bad with whatever you're wearing, and you don't got a good mirror at your house to tell yourself you was looking bad. Good God of mercy. Now here's my point. Your form is off. Well, Andre, that's about the gym. You're just trying to endorse coaching. I'm trying to endorse perception beyond your own. Here's why this is important. People tell me, wow, Andre, you're looking swole. Yeah, I'm not cracked by any stretch of the imagination. But what I did, well, first of all, I have one of my best friends goes to the gym. But you know what he does? What I do is I just keep up with him and I do every weight he does. And then I literally just copy everything he does. Because he has the results. He has the triceps and biceps and every other step in the body. I figure if I just follow this guy and admit that I don't know what the heck I'm talking about, that's probably a good step. It's probably a pretty darn good step in comparison to, I'm going to go to the Genesis gym and figure it out. I mean, that's one dimension. I've seen a lot of guys go to the gym and I'm like, that's strange. You don't look any more swole. And that's probably because they're exerting a lot of effort, but they're not doing it correctly. I'm not even judging people, but it's interesting to me. I'm like, that's strange. Everyone notices that I'm getting results, but why are these guys? They've been in the gym long as I have. This is peculiar. And here's the thing. Your form is off. Or Andre, are you saying just their form? Well, yes, that's one dimension, but why stop there? Your form can be off in other areas. I asked my friend, yo, like, what do you eat? Oh, you got to eat protein after this. Okay, what else do you do? I take this, blah, blah, blah. I'm not taking steroids, but I mean, like, just this is all natural stuff. I'm like, so you mean to tell me if I take this, I take that, and if I do this, I'll get results? Yeah. And I'm like, wow. And I thought to myself, you know what's funny? I would have never known that. Here's the point I'm trying to illustrate. If that's true for the gym, is that true for your career? Is that true for your relationships? Is that true for every other aspect of your life? The answer here, folks, is yes. Now, here's the problem. How do you find someone like that? Well, if you're like me, you were blessed that God, for some reason, gave me someone who was my best friend who's knowledgeable in the IT field and very knowledgeable in other fields in health. Bless God. By association, I too am somewhat knowledgeable in the field. I ask questions and get some fundamental knowledge. But what about you? What can you do? Well, here's a start. The first step is you have to admit your own ignorance, which is probably the most important step. It reminds me of what one card. I think there's a description that Jordan Peterson talked about in his book 12 Rules of Life, but there was a character called the Fool. But the fool isn't as foolish as you think because he's taken a step off the cliff. But that's the thing. You don't see if he actually falls or not. And you see that he's daring to walk off. You don't know if he falls to another level. He falls to a pot of gold. You don't know. But he takes the step. And there's a proverbial truth here that he's willing to take the step forward in spite of the unknown. Now for you, that is taking that step forward and admitting, okay, look, my form is off. Maybe it is off, maybe it isn't. Maybe I should read books and research and Google things and YouTube people who have asked that same question, who have been there further, so I can get some perspective. Isn't it crazy how if you don't even know what you want to do with your life, you can basically just YouTube an entire sermon or YouTube anything you want and get a good general idea of it, that's your cup of tea. I think the most craziest thing to me is how I just YouTube sermons, man. I just heard preachers from every walk of life preach subjects on things. And then when I go to other events and, Bible studies or whatnot, people be like, oh my gosh, you really read your Bible. I didn't really read the Bible. I just, listened to sermons for almost 6 years straight, 3 times a day. And I'm like, oh, this all connecting. All these stories and scriptures. Some people talk about the same stuff. Some stories are way more iconic than other ones, but interesting. Nevertheless, entertainment aspect and easy consumption material aside, I did that for 6 years. There's actually a quote that says that if you focus on a subject for a solid year, or whatever, even like 5 years, you just keep on learning, you keep on digging into it. It doesn't matter. Here's my purpose, gang. It doesn't matter if it was preaching. If I did that with biomechanical engineering, if I did that with any type of subject, mathematics, I would be at that same echelon because the truth of the matter is no college education. It's good, but in theory, college education points you in the right direction, but you still have to do the homework. You can't go home and be like, I'm just gonna mess around now because I got my 2.5 hours in at school today. No, that's not how it works. School kind of points you in the right direction, and you gotta finish it. You gotta walk it out. And unfortunately, we misconstrued that. Education begins outside the classroom. Now, if you don't have the classroom aspect, then you better have the passion outside of class. You have to have that first of all. But I digress. My point is simply this: if your form is off, get somebody to spot you and watch you and see where you're messing up at. Because what would be worse? I did 3 plates on bench. I can do like almost 2. But I could do 3 plates on bench. And I could do it 20 times. But guess what? Your form is garbage. So either you get yourself killed, or you don't even get the benefits of doing it because your form is off. What's the point? It's over. You wasted your time, Copernicus. Like, why? You wasted all that effort for nothing. Oh, by the way, if you don't eat properly afterwards, after your workout, you don't eat any protein, guess what? Now your body doesn't even repair the muscles with the protein and blah, 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 etc., etc. My point is simply this: find someone that you respect or trust. And hopefully they, I won't say credibility, but they got results. And you listen to them. Don't even listen to me. Listen, that was a fundamental principle right there. Is there someone with like just buy their books, read it, and if they're great, awesome. Listen to some of their swag on the internet. If it helps you out, great. If not, next. Hello. That's the beautiful thing about the internet. Now, you're probably thinking like this, well, Andre, this is just a waste of time. What if I waste my time with this? Well, my advice is go all in and find out if it's a waste of your time. You'll find out sooner. You're gonna do that. If you go halfway, then you're waffling, and then you're just delaying that answer. So your form is off. Is it? Is it not? I don't know. You need someone to look, and if you don't have anyone, then get the books and get the teaching, and then do a reevaluation. They're gonna say some things on their they're gonna say some things in the book or online that will make you really evaluate yourself. But I digress. All right, there's that one. Is your form off? That's a good question. I'll talk to you later. And don't hurt yourself with all those. I can feel that the gears are turning. But don't worry, it's good for you. Next time, wear your steel toes. I won't curve stomp them too hard. All right, you have a blessed day, and I'll talk to you later.